On this week news, federal government asks Supreme Court to dismiss Northern State suit on old Naira notes deadline. Currency swap. We are not on the same platform, Obaseki tells El-Rufai. Appeal court throw out suits seeking Obi's disqualification. Naira scarcity. Print more new notes or recirculate old ones, Council of State tells federal government. Atike's campaign director general in Rivers escapes assassination. PDP expels Nnamani Fayese and others. Nigerian startups wins $300,000 in Saudi Arabia. On entertainment news, Funke Akindele breaks silence on mother's death. And finally, on sports, former Chelsea Newcastle player Christian Atsu rescued from Turkey-Syria earthquake debris. This is news in brief from Pepperbout Television with Roland Omo Joan. The federal government has called on the Supreme Court to dismiss a suit challenging the 10th February deadline set by the Central Bank of Nigeria to end the legal tender status of the old versions of some newly redesigned currency notes. It argues that the Supreme Court lacked jurisdiction to hear the suit. The suit was filed by 3 states, Kaduna, Kogi, and Zamfara states, all in the northern part of Nigeria and controlled by the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). Neither the federal government nor the CBN has commented on their plan to comply with the ruling. Recall how the 3 state governments had sued the federal government to challenge the Naira redesigned policy. Their application filed at the Supreme Court on 3rd February prayed for an order restraining the CBN from ending the use of the old currency notes on 10th February as threatened by the bank. They cited the sufferings, the scarcity of the newly redesigned 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira banknotes had brought upon many Nigerians. After listening to the applicant's lawyer on Wednesday, a 7-member panel of the court led by John Okoro issued an order of the interim injunction altering the plan by the CBN to end the use of the old banknotes as scheduled. Meanwhile, the executive governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has distanced his government from the comments and moves by Malam Nasir El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, and some other governors against the currency swap policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on Wednesday, 8 February, struck out an appeal filed by Allied People's Movement (APM) seeking to disqualify the candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, from contesting the forthcoming presidential election. In the appeal marked CA-ABJ-CV 14142022, the APM had approached the court contending that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) ought not to have recognized Peter Obi as a valid candidate of the presidential poll. The Council of State meeting, which was chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari, asked the Central Bank of Nigeria to either push more of the redesigned Naira notes into circulation or allow the old notes continue to co-circulate as a means of easing the current hardship of Nigerians. Although the council, which comprises of the president, vice president, all living former president and head of states, former chief justices, senate presidents, and House of Representatives Speaker, state governors, and Attorney General of the Federation, expressed support for government's new monetary policy. It noted the suffering many Nigerians are going through on account of the scarcity of Naira. Its position came as the Kano and Ondo state governments filed separate suits at the Supreme Court against federal government on the Naira redesign. The Director General of the People Democratic Party (PDP) Presidential Campaign Council in Rivers State, Dr. Abiye Shekibo, escaped assassination on Thursday. Confirming the incident at a news briefing, Shekibu said his car was riddled with bullets and the venue of the proposed rally set on fire. While policemen watched the inferno, he said as they approached the site, some policemen who were watching the fire opened fire on their vehicle. He stated that the Hilux vehicles were police vehicles attached to the governor of Rivers State. The national leadership of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has expelled the senator representing Enugu East District, Chikaroke Nnamani. The party also expelled Mr. Jimoju Fayose, a son of a former Ekiti State Governor, Ayo Fayose. A PDP chieftain from Imo State, Chris Ogbu, also got expelled. Similarly, 4 other party members from Ekiti were also expelled. They are Ajijola Lateef Olademeji, Ekiti Central, Olayinka James Olalere, Ekiti Central 2, Akerele Oluyinka, Ekiti North 1, and Emiola Adenika Jennifer, Ekiti South 2. A statement on Friday signed by the PDP National Public Secretary Debo Ologunagba said that the party chieftains were expelled for anti-party activities and other grave offenses in violation of the constitution of the PDP as amended in 2017. Ologunagba said the decision to expel the affected members was taken at the meeting of the National Working Committee (NWC) on Friday. The statement said the decision of the NWC is sequel to the recommendations of the National Disciplinary Committee and pursuant to Section 58 and 59, subsection 1 of the PDP Constitution as amended in 2017. 2 Nigerian startups, Rise Africa Technologies and WeCrypt Technologies, have won $300,000 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, after participating in the second edition of the Leap Technology exhibition. They emerged winners in different categories at the Rocket Fell Pitch competition, which was attended by the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Professor Issa Patami. Lagos Deputy Governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Funke Akindele, has spoken about the demise of her mother, Dr. R.B. Adebanjo Akindele. Funke's elder sister, Olubunmi Akindele, announced the departure of Dr. Adebanjo in a statement posted on Instagram on Tuesday, stating that their mother passed away on February 7, 2023. In an Instagram post, Funke paid tribute to her mom as she recalled how she was encouraged to work hard, be devoted and selfless. She remarked that her late mother made a significant impact on the lives of her children and everyone else who came in contact with her. The Jennifer Diary producer added that while her mother's departure hurts, she is proud of her legacy and intends to carry on making her proud. Now on sports. A former Newcastle and Chelsea star, Christian Atsu, who was trapped under debris during a 7.8 magnitude earthquake in Turkey, has finally been rescued. The quake that has been termed to be the biggest to strike Turkey and Syria in nearly a century killed over 4,800 people on Monday, sparked frantic rescues, and was felt as far away as Greenland. And that is the news in brief on Pepperbout Television. Thanks for watching. I am Roland Omo-Joan. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episode. And don't forget to like and share this video.